Scanning for audio.
Welcome to a Tin Dog podcast, this time talking about Torchwood Cadoc Point. This is number 58 from Big Finish's release. I know, 58. It's written by David Llewellyn and starring Tom Price. Here's the synopsis. Andy's old art teacher is in trouble. The disappearance of 3 of his former pupils has brought him some unwelcome attention. The authorities think that there's been a secret in Merl's past. Whatever Andy's suspicion, he discovers that something much older and stranger is hiding in Merl's past. Clues are scattered through his paintings, and all of them lead to a place called Cadoc Point. Right. I know I'm often very enthusiastic about the Tin Dog podcast's approach to, well, Big Finish. I love what they do. I genuinely do. But every so often, there's a gem. I mean, something that when you're listening to it, well, it's kind of the highest quality of Radio 4. If Big Finish are looking for something to submit as possibly award-winning stuff for competitions, send them this. This is a glorious piece of writing of any genre. Until things start getting a bit spooky, they could just literally be any form of incredibly intense drama. It's beautifully structured, beautifully performed on a level that surpasses almost anything that Radio 4 are putting out at the moment. This is dark. This is tremendously real in its feeling. Yes, I know that everybody strives for a verisimilitude. There we are. Get to use that one. That's your 10-pence word for the day. When they're doing performances and writing. But this one felt visceral. It felt actual. As if it was taken from real events. The location felt so Welsh. If ever you've been to Wales and you've just wandered some hills and come across a ruined church, well, you know what I mean. It feels so tremendously old, and Andy, post-Miracle Day, is all that's really left of Torchwood. Trying to keep a hand on the tiller, to try and sort things out before things apparently get back to normal, if they ever do. He's utterly alone and trying to solve things, but he's also a police officer trying to do things by the book, but not necessarily the Torchwood way. All of it works so exquisitely. And then, of course, there's the main characters. Yes, we are used to Torchwood having a tiny cast and being able to tell very personal and private stories. And that's what we've got here. A perfect example of the strengths that Torchwood can provide and how different it is from Doctor Who on audio. Yes, I've been listening to Peladon of late, which is another way of looking at the Doctor Who universe that's separate. But here we've got something that is barely in the Doctor Who universe, but very much in the Torchwood one. If you need to know the differences, it's here. It's not in the, let's do random swearing. No, it's the darkness that doesn't really permeate Doctor Who. This is almost the perfect Torchwood story. But then again, so was the one with the Sontaran on the campsite, which I adored and was my top review from last year. This one is very dark. You might not want to go back to it, but that's only because it stirs up emotions. You will not regret listening to this. Here's the trailer, and decide for yourself as always. So until next time, be seeing you.
From Big Finish Productions.
Torchwood, Cadoc Point. 3 men all painted Cadoc Point before they went missing. And so did you.
You've seen my painting?
Yes.
Then surely you must have some idea what happened to them.
Don't go to Cadoc Point and stop looking at the pictures if that's what you've been doing.
The chapel. It wasn't there before, I'm certain of that. And though there was no bell in its tower, I could still hear it chiming away.
The chapel down in the cove. I don't know how old it was meant to be, but, well, that day it looked ancient. And it is there. I think it's always there. But only when it wants to be seen.
If I go down to the cove right now, will I see it?
Almost certainly. But you mustn't.
Show me everything.
Big Finish, for the love of stories.
That was the Doctor Who Tin Dog Podcast, available on iTunes, YouTube, Twitter, RSS, Vimeo, and across the internet. Doctor Who and its associated properties are all copyright and trademark of the BBC. No infringement is intended. Why not become a supporter by visiting patreon.com/tindog. Contact the show on tin-dog@hotmail.co.uk. The Tin Dog Podcast is a founder member of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance.